When Buick not long ago introduced the second-generation Envision, it seemed like the maligned American luxury automaker finally had a competitive offering. This luxury compact SUV carried legitimately good looks and a list of features that, on paper, might have countered rivals from Europe and Asia. When we tested a front-wheel drive 2021 Envision, however, we found it was better than the original, but not on the level of the best small crossovers. So does all-wheel drive give the 2022 Buick Envision Avenir the status-elevating performance it needs? Well, this is awkward. Every 2022 Buick Envision is powered by a 2.0-liter turbocharged i4 engine that produces 228 horsepower and 258 lb-ft of torque, all sent through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Front-wheel drive is standard, and all-wheel drive is optional. Traction typically improves with all-wheel drive. Cars that split power between four wheels are often quicker than equivalents that make do with only two. However, the opposite proved true for the 2022 Buick Envision Avenir AWD. It's somehow slower in every measure. Whereas the standard Envision accelerated from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.1 seconds, the all-wheel drive model did it in 7.5 seconds. Further along, the front-drive Envision needed 15.5 seconds to complete the quarter mile at an average speed of 90.2 miles per hour, while the all-wheel drive model needed 15.8 seconds to reach the finish at 88.2 miles per hour. As such, the Envision is one of the slowest vehicles in the compact luxury SUV segment. Its casual stroll up to speed is accompanied by significant engine noise and vibration. Making matters worse is the transmission's obtrusive action when it upshifts at high engine revolutions. Conversely, the Envision's 116-foot stopping distance from 60 miles per hour is perfectly reasonable for a luxury compact crossover. This result is identical between front and all-wheel drive models. Furthermore, the brake pedal feels firm and reactive in a confidence-inspiring way. All-wheel drive often improves a vehicle's outright grip and handling balance, but again, equipped thusly, this Buick defies convention. As we grabbed hold of its vague steering, the 2022 Buick Envision Avenir AWD rounded our skid pad at an average of 0.80 G, rather low among the segment and compared to its front drive equivalent's 0.84 G result. Similarly, on the figure 8 course it posted a 27.7-second lap at 0.60 G average, a task the front drive Envision completed in 27.1 seconds at 63 centimos. Much more disappointing than the Envision's handling test results is its confusing all-wheel drive strategy. In most vehicles, all-wheel drive activates automatically with no driver intervention. However, in the Envision, other models from Buick, and in some other General Motors products, you must activate it manually by selecting a specific setting or drive mode. In the 2022 Buick Envision's case, you do this via a knob to the left of the steering wheel, and only when there's no pressure on the accelerator. Such a strategy is no concern for drivers with the foresight to activate all-wheel drive before heading out in inclement conditions. It's far from ideal for anyone who finds their front tires slipping and wonders why the rears aren't helping to keep the SUV moving forward. The ostensible reason for this approach is a slight improvement in fuel economy. On that subject, with all-wheel drive, the Envision's fuel economy is rated at 2229 mpg city/highway, about average for the segment, although its smaller fuel tank means more frequent fill-ups. Is the Avenir line luxurious? In Buick's lexicon, Avenir connotes the highest-end version of a particular model. In the case of the Envision, the Avenir model stands apart with exterior cues like specific badges, 20-inch wheels, and clear taillights. Slide inside the Roomy Cabin, and the amount of upscale features is impressive, especially considering the 2022 Envision Avenir's sub-$43,000 starting price. Perforated leather seats in a classic diamond pattern are heated in both rows and ventilated in front. Only the driver gets to enjoy the heated steering wheel, but all aboard can listen to the 9-speaker Bose audio system. Technology touches include a head-up display, wireless charger, active noise cancellation, and a 10.2-inch touchscreen running Buick's intuitive user interface, as well as wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. A surround view camera system shows on that screen, as well. Our test car was equipped with a massive $1,450 panoramic moonroof, as well as the $1,965 technology package too. This brings upgrades like semi-autonomous parking capability, adaptive cruise control, a digital rearview mirror, and so-called continuous damping control suspension. The latter feature was a likely help in this vehicle's soft, decently controlled ride quality. Factoring in its pretty blue paint and a few other baubles, our test Envision totaled $47,305. Yet these eye-catching niceties can't make up for the Avenir's otherwise lackluster finishing. Various switches look and actuate like in those of GM's cheapest cars. Likewise, the gauge cluster's analog dials look all too familiar. A certain amount of parts sharing can be acceptable, but the obviously fake wood trim and undecorated plastic surfaces throughout are bespoke to the Envision. Buick's decisions in these areas aren't great for its footing in the luxury space. Not quite what we envisioned. At a minimum, we hoped all-wheel drive would liven up the 2022 Buick Envision Avenir's performance compared to our earlier test. Instead, the opposite proved true, though with no negative impact to the Envision's quiet and comfortable demeanor. The fact that even when it's fully loaded it remains priced about the same as some base-trim luxury competitors also gives it bang-for-buck appeal. Even so, the Buick Envision Avenir AWD can't match how those other vehicles perform, and more important, feel. Upscale design and a pile of features alone don't make a luxury car. There are other, more excellent options among today's compact luxury SUVs.